This is an F-105 Thunder Chief, known as the Thud, one of the most beautiful fighter bombers ever built. From 1965 to 1968, during the Vietnam War, Thuds were the backbone of Operation Rolling Thunder, one of the deadliest air combat campaigns in history. As beautiful as she will be again once restoration is complete, this is not a story about her. Our film, Forgotten F-105 Warriors, is a documentary that will recall the personal stories of the pilots who were willing to make the ultimate sacrifice for their country and the dedicated ground crews that kept these planes in the air. I'd like you to meet my friend John Paiwadi, one of those courageous pilots who flew in Operation Rolling Thunder. Hi, John.
Hi, Roy. Thank you very much. But you know, I was just an airplane driver. We really like to say that the ground crews owned the airplane, and they would loan it to us. We'd borrow it and go fly for the day. They were outstanding young men. They were just out of high school, young folks, and they worked tirelessly to give us the very best machine possible for the mission we had to fly. I'm so very proud of them. And that was my office up there. I climbed the ladder day after day over 100 times to go to work.
Every time a Thud pilot took off, he knew the odds were against him, flying into the most dangerous combat zone since World War II and handicapped by the politically motivated rules of engagement that might cost him his life.
The rules of engagement were insane. Over 50% of the production run of the 105 was shot down in combat, and it was not because it was a bad airplane. It was the best airplane to go to Hanoi in, period. The targeting was ridiculous. We never really went after the things we needed to go after, and then we would stop bombing and let them rebuild things.
We knew every time a pilot got in that airplane, you didn't know if you were going to see him again. I mean, you wished him the best and hoped to God he made it back. We did our best to make sure the airplanes were ready for them to go. We didn't want them to have something happen in the airplane that we could have fixed prior to him flying.
And one thing that would get your heart too, and I saw this happen more than once, when a young man's airplane did not come back, he would stand on that flight line for hours waiting for his bird to come back, knowing full well it wouldn't come back.
Our filmmakers were inspired by this great book, Pack 6, written by G.I. Basil, who was shot down on the 79th mission. And like the book, our film gives the pilots and the ground crews a place to preserve their stories for this generation and the next. Let me introduce you to one of the film's producers, Jonathan Chambers.
Thanks, Roy. It's my pleasure to ask for your help so we can make this important documentary film. I've been a producer in the film and television industry for more than 3 decades, and it's not every day you come across a story that has such deep emotional and historical roots, a message that's relevant to today and has not already been told. Forgotten F-105 Warriors is about the American spirit. It's about heroic men who risked their lives for America, for freedom, for us. Their stories must not be forgotten, and that's why we need your help to make it happen. But truthfully, the real reward is the one that's in your heart, knowing that you helped us preserve the personal stories of these heroes, these warriors, from being lost. From the bottom of our hearts, we thank you.